Welcome to our short abs video. We're going to get started lying down on our back. I'm going to briefly run you through core engagement and then we're going to get stuck right in. Now I want you to know before you get started that if you do feel any pain in your lower back, your neck or any other joints at any time during this video, just stop, have a little stretch and then rejoin us when you're ready. So lying down onto our back. Just keep a soft bend at your knees. Try to use your core to lie down, rolling slowly down onto your back. Your head will be heavy on your mat. I want you to draw your heels in towards your bottom. Your knees will point up towards the ceiling. Now we're going to engage the core and hold the spine in what's called an imprinted spine position. To engage the core, we're going to switch the pelvic floor on. So it's as if we're trying to turn off a tap when we're going to the loo. Switch the pelvic floor on, draw the belly button in towards the spine, and then try to feel a band of energy wrapping your hips towards each other. We really want to keep that lower core strongly engaged. Now with your spine position, I want you to make sure your tailbone stays grounded. We don't want to completely flatten that back and lift the tailbone. We want to keep a soft curve in the spine. You may have a slight gap underneath your lower back, which is what I do. And this is called an imprinted spine. Lay your arms down by your side, palms facing upwards, just so that we're not using them for too much support. I want you to take a big inhale, and then on your exhale, we're going to slowly lift one leg to tabletop. Tabletop means that we have a right angle at our hips and at our knees. Then we're going to exhale as we lower that leg back down. We're going to inhale as we lift the other leg to tabletop. Then we're going to exhale as we lower it back down. I want you to make sure that you keep that core strongly engaged. So you're really using those deep core muscles, the transverse abdominals, while you do this. So as you draw that leg up on your exhale, nice and slowly, we're contracting the transverse. Then as we inhale, we're extending. Now your abs shouldn't be popping at all here. We really want to make sure that we're just using the lower core. So with this move, we're really just warming up. Make sure you're going nice and slowly and that you're not changing the degree of bend at your knees. All right, now once you've got this, if you feel like you would like to move on further, we're going to keep both legs at tabletop. Inhale to lower, exhale to draw back up. Really squeezing that belly button in. Make sure that the spine doesn't change position. I'm just going to have my arms up towards the ceiling, both so that you can see my spine and you can see that I'm not moving in my torso. Also, if you want further of a challenge, you can do this. So we're inhaling to lower, exhaling to draw back up. Nice and slow and controlled. Make sure again that that knee doesn't change the degree of bend and that spine doesn't change position. We're simply hinging at the hips. Inhale to lower, exhale to draw back up. Really working with your breath here. You should really strongly be feeling those abs, the deep core muscles in your lower abdominals. We're going to do one more on each side and then we'll take a little breather here. Bringing the knees into your chest, just having a little gentle rock from side to side. We're going to do that again from the tabletop. Now, if you want to revert to any of the previous exercises, please do, especially while you're just starting out. But if you can progress with me, we're going to exhale as we slowly lift our legs to tabletop. Make sure we've strongly got that core engaged and keep the tailbone heavy. We're going to inhale as one leg extends out long, exhale back to center. Really making sure that you're using those transverse abdominal muscles. We're not using any momentum. We're really working nice and slowly, working with our breath. Now I want you to check that the knee that's staying at tabletop isn't moving towards your chest when the other one extends. If it does, this is a rest position. So if you need a rest, you can do this, but otherwise try not to. Now if you can move the opposite arm with your leg, then that's going to be further of a challenge here.
We want to make sure as well, just check that your spine isn't changing position. So we want to keep that natural soft curve, but we don't want to be arching as we extend or flattening as we come back to center. Now, as I said, if you feel any pain in your lower back at all, I want you to stop straight away. We're just going to do one more now on each side. So try to be even from the side that you started on. And then drawing those knees back into your chest. Gentle little rock from side to side. Excellent. Okay, we're going to add a contraction in with the next one, but I want you to know that anytime we contract, if you feel pain in your neck, please just lower the head and neck back down to the ground. We're going to be coming into a bit of an oblique exercise. So we're going to keep our feet on the ground to start with, lifting our hands up overhead. We're going to alternate our hands going from one side to the other. So we're going to exhale as we lift the head and shoulders off the mat. Your hands will come, one will be between, one will be out to the side. Then we're going to lower back down. Then we're going to alternate over to the other side. Then lowering back down. Now I want you to make sure your eye line goes towards your knees, and we've got a soft tuck of that chin towards the chest. We want to make sure that we're just really protecting the neck here. So it's always going to be an extension of your spine. We don't want to round it too much or have it hanging backwards. Exhale up, inhale to lower, really pausing at the top each time. One more each side. And after we've done one more each side, we're going to hold up on the original side and do 10 little pulses. 10, 9, 5, 2, and lower, and the other side. 10, 5, and lowering back down. Bringing those knees into your chest, having a little rock from side to side. Okay, we're going to stay on our back and we're going to come into our crisscross this time. So working still into a bit of the obliques and the deep lower abdominal muscles as well. Bringing your hands up behind your head so that your hands are just cradling the back of your head. We're going to slowly bring our feet back up to tabletop. Now this time what we're going to do is we're going to extend out at one leg, rotate towards the opposite knee, and then slowly switch sides. Exhale to twist, inhale back to center. Inhale to twist, inhale to center. Now, I want you to really work slowly with your breath. We do this exercise quite quickly in some other forms of movement sometimes, but today I want you to work very slowly. So it's an extension and then a twist towards the knee that stays at tabletop. That knee can move slightly towards the chest in this. And I want you to aim your armpit to the knee rather than your elbow. Try to keep the elbows out wide. Exhaling up, inhaling down. Squeeze the belly towards the spine. Rest the head down if you need. You can just do this movement with the legs. One more each side. Big squeeze at the top. And then lowering back down. Giving those knees a little hug in towards the chest. Excellent. Okay, we're going to do a double leg lower now. So we're going to bring our hands just underneath our bottom. We're going to lift our legs up so that our toes point towards the ceiling. Now again, make sure that spine position doesn't change. We don't want to completely flatten the back or arch the back. Now we're going to inhale to lower the legs. You might stop here and then exhale to lift again. Keep that core strongly engaged. You might come all the way down and then slowly raising back up. Now I want you to make sure though that your abs aren't popping as you lower. So if they start popping or disengaging, or you feel your lower back, or if you feel as though you need to use momentum, then you may have gone down too far. It's an inhale to lower and an exhale to lift. Make sure that you're not using the leg muscles. We want to really use the core. So we're keeping the hands under there to make sure that we don't lift that bottom off the ground. We don't want to be using momentum, and don't let the tailbone lift. You can have your arms up towards the ceiling if you don't need them there for support. Inhale to lower, exhale to lift. Squeezing that pelvic floor on so that those lower abs are strongly engaged. 3 more. Nice and slow. Inhale to lower. Last one. Then drawing those knees back into the chest, having a little rock from side to side. All right, now you can always do a single leg extension there as well, which would be just one leg at a time, lowering down. Otherwise, what we're going to do is we're going to start to try to join the arms in. So if you want to stick with just the legs, that's absolutely fine. Otherwise, we're going to inhale to open, exhaling back up. Now you might look like this with one leg, especially if you want to try adding the arms. But this will be the advanced version. Exhale back to center. Now make sure that the abs aren't popping. Keep that tailbone grounded. Inhaling out, exhale slowly back. Again, no momentum. Excellent. Keep it going. Keep breathing. Big exhale as you draw back to center. Three more. 2. Nice and slow. We've got one more left. Then drawing the knees again into your chest. Bringing both feet back down to the mat. Now rock both knees to the right. And both knees to the left. Excellent. All right, what we're going to do now, we're going to do another one with a little bit of a contraction, but it's totally up to you. We're going to do the Pilates 100. Now, with our Pilates 100, we can either have our legs up. The aim of the movement is to stay in a contraction, basically. If you don't want to do that, you absolutely don't have to. The lower the legs are, the more challenging. So, what we're going to be doing is exhaling up. We're going to count 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Flapping the arms. Keeping going. We're going to go all the way to 100. If you need to drop your head down, that's absolutely fine. I may not be able to talk throughout the whole lot of this. Keep it going. We're halfway there. You've got this. Keep it going. Nearly there. Drop the head and neck if you need to. Keeping the legs out if you need to, or if you can. Staying up if you can. 10 to go. 3, 2, 1, and bringing those knees into your chest. Having a little rock from side to side. We're going to finish off with our scissors, which is a little bit like a nice little stretch and just a little bit of a warm down for those abs. So again, we're going to start with both legs up towards the ceiling. We're going to draw one leg in towards us as we lower the other. And drawing that leg in. Try to use the abs here. You can come up into that contraction to get a little bit more work for that core. Exhale as you draw the leg in. Inhale, switch. Using the core for the movement. Excellent. Keep it going. Just remembering, if you feel any pain in the neck or if you don't want to work those abs, if they've had enough, lowering the head and neck down. We don't need to work for long to really burn that core. 2 more on each side. Last ones. Knees into the chest. Rocking from side to side. Then bringing those feet down to the mat, rocking both knees over to the right, just holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and both knees over to the left, holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and coming back to center, rolling yourself up to seated. And well done. We've just smashed those abs in a very short amount of time. That's all you need. Have a great day.